takeaways.
Hey, Bryce. Just want to talk a little bit about Brian Robinson and the game he had today. Was it obvious that y'all were going to have to run the ball pretty heavily this game? And just talk about Brian's performance and what you thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, B-Rob, was huge for us all night. Making that first guy miss, falling forward, fighting for those extra yards. B-Rob was he was huge for us. He was a constant all night. And that's just B-Rob for you. And really, him and the entire offensive line, really all night dominating up front. And, that's the whole, up front. And B-Rob, that's everyone. Trey, when he got in, the whole running game, that starts up front. So those guys, those guys get a lot of the credit. Again, B-Rob did a tremendous job. Again, making those right reads, cutting off the right guy, falling forward, making that first person miss. So, for me as a quarterback, having a running game like we had tonight, that made my job way easier. So all those guys played tremendously.
Our next question comes from Bennett Durando of the Tuscaloosa News.
Hey, Bryce, with John out in this game, I feel like a lot of people sort of thought Jameson would be pretty go-to, but the three guys who scored touchdowns, all a little bit more maybe unlikely, I guess. Could you sort of talk about how big it was for them to step up in this game? And also, could you sort of walk me through the play to Jacory for that touchdown?
Yeah, that's always big for us. We have a big next man up mentality, and with losing Mitch, that's not someone you can replace. That's been rough for us. But at the same time, as coach says, it's opportunity for it creates opportunity for someone else. So we knew other guys were going to have to step up, and like you said, with the guys who scored. Those are guys who are always ready, who's, just been waiting for their number to be called. And, in a moment like this, a big game with, obviously a lot of writing on it, those are guys who stepped up and, touchdown to Jacory. We just saw one-on-one coverage, made sure that, for me up front, we had something else on, but, we liked our matchup, and, I made sure that, we got it. We got us protected for that. Line did a great job of protection holding up. And, it was one-on-one, cover one look, and Jacory did a great job of winning and, catching and running and scoring. So, happy to, see C7 step up and all the rest of those guys step up.
Did you get a chance to say anything to him after the touchdown? His two this season have been in pretty big spots.
Yeah. Just excited. Again, that's someone who I see, everyone sees on Saturday, but I see work, day in and day out, and someone I have a tremendous amount of confidence in. So, when knew we were going there, I had all the confidence in the world, so I wasn't shocked or surprised. He's someone who stepped up, big time throughout the entire year. So just happy, and just happy for him, and as offense, whenever we get to put 7 on the board, it's big time. So.
Our next question comes from Johnny Cogden of ABC 3340. Johnny, you there?
Oh, I got you. Sorry about that. Hi, Bryce. Quick question for you about your defense tonight, who balled out for you. Only gave up 6 points in the game. Brian Branch had 8 tackles. Will Anderson Jr. had a couple of sacks. Last few games, they've really started to settle into a groove. And how much more comfortable is it to play quarterback when you have a defense that isn't allowing many points on the other side?
Yeah, like you said, the defense played tremendously the entire night. From first snap to last snap, those guys were flying around, making a lot of plays, and look at the store and see what they allowed against a really good offense. That's huge for us. So for me, it definitely gives us a lot more confidence. Obviously, that's a huge facet of the game. So defense playing like they have been, for me, it's not something I would say I recently gained confidence, or I've had confidence in them since I've been here. So I always have faith and trust in those guys, and those guys did an amazing job tonight.
Our next question comes from Michael Casagrande of AL.com.
Yeah, Bryce, the physical running style you guys ran with tonight, could you see at a point Cincinnati start to wear down defensively?
For us, we just have to take it, snap by snap, play by play. So, when we're having success with certain run plays, we want to stick to them and, maybe dress them up different, but, we want to keep the ball on the ground. And, again, that credit goes to the line up front, them, them doing a great job dominating the line of scrimmage, and then the backs, whether it's B. Robert, Trey, reading off those blocks, making cuts, falling forward, making that first guy miss. So that's all of them. And, for us, when we had, when you see the success we have, we want to do what's best for us offensively. So for me, being able to hand the ball off and just to, just clap and hand the ball to B. Robert, Trey, and to have the production we had, it's amazing to have a night like that.
Was it the game plan from early on that this is what you guys were planning to do in this game? To run the ball as much as you did?
Yeah, there are certain runs we definitely liked. And I feel like, we did a great job of executing those runs. It's always a filling out process. So we go in with, stuff we want to do, but it's always about adapting and adjusting, seeing what works, what doesn't, and then, seeing what new thing you're going to get. But there are certain runs in the game plan that we felt confident in, and I felt like we did a great job of executing up front. So again, it was a great night for the run game.
Our final question comes from Carrie Osep of WVTM. Carrie, go ahead, please.
Hey, Bryce, I want to ask you just about seems like the mentality that's worked. And as we know in sports, mentality is a big part of the game on top of talent. But the mentality for this team is to kind of look at yourselves as underdogs, even if you may not be. And I want to ask you, heading into this matchup, how does that play a part, that noise? We heard it from Will Anderson before the game that you guys kind of like that edge and that chip on the shoulder. How do you feel that plays a part in not only winning, but just carrying you guys throughout the season?
Yeah, I feel like adversity has been a big theme for us this whole season. For whatever it may be, we feel like there's, all season there's been times where, we've had to face adversity, maybe we had to face doubters, whatever it may be. For us, just that constant theme is pushing to overcome it. So, we understand, it's been a different year as far as maybe our perception. But for us, it's just about pushing to be the best version of us we can be. So, we have that mentality, that day in, day out mentality of getting better and, pushing ourselves to the limit and pushing ourselves to reach our goals and be the best version of ourselves. So, that's something that translates not just, on Saturdays or I guess Friday in this instance, but that's, every day during the week. That's practice, that's in meetings, making sure that, like you said, we act and we move with that chip on our shoulder, and we understand what's at stake, and it's on us to push ourselves every day to give ourselves the best chance to be successful and accomplish our goals.
Bryce, thank you very much. Best luck in that championship game.
Appreciate it.